Hello, everybody. Oh, this one's called A Ghost of Haynesville. This was in the woods, and this is in Maine. It is about 34 degrees where we're at. We're in Portland. It was about 29 this morning in Haynesville when we left Haynesville. So it was cold. So when we got to Haynesville, after, oh god, a long drive from where we were from, I think it was long. I'm not sure. I slept most of the way. I do apologize. That's why I'm kind of tired. So, we got there. The B&B. And B. Barney's Bed and Breakfast. Was our next client. Was Barney. Barney Kinshaw was his full name. Barney Kinshaw Jr. Crazy guy. I kid you not. And we were getting paid to investigate a ghost in the woods as well as on a road. His business was being affected when she was on the road and in the woods because his was on the outskirts and people didn't like seeing ghosts pop in their window at night. Go funny. Or around the building. Well, we got there. Barney was kind of all up in arms because he was kind of upset. Why was he upset? We arrived there 2 hours late. Wasn't my fault. Sarah wanted to do more research on if there was any type of ghost that would be around here in this area. She only found one story as a folk story, a legend. Like usual, she investigated it while we were busy unpacking our stuff. The legend goes is that, like I said, there's a road outside of Haynesville. And for those who don't know this, that's in Assook County. Arsook or Assook, I forgot. I'm looking at my notes here and yeah, it's not really clear. Because it was so cold when I was typing them out. Barney didn't believe in central heating. No, this one from what I've read, and what Sarah given me the notes on, from people around town, from word of mouth mostly, and some websites. This newlywed couple was driving down on a dark, cold night. The groom was plastered. He lost control of the car, as you would. He had a telephone pole and he was killed. After that, his bride crawled out of the vehicle and made it back to the road. She waited for hours in this cold weather, guys. Hours. For someone to drive by. No one drove by. It was snowy. You know, nobody's going to drive by in the snow. On the road, and no one came to help her. Legend says that she stayed there in the same place, her wedding dress and her. And she soon froze to death. People said they've seen her just on the outsides of the Haynesville Woods, wandering, still looking for help. It is also said that if you see her, you can never catch up. Now, she's also in the woods as well as the road. What we wanted to investigate was both places. Thing is that good old Barney gave us 24 hours to do this. $24 hours. That was okay with me. We had another location set up. Anyways, our last location in Maine. Thank God, on to a warmer state, I hope. Wish we could have went back to Hawaii, but good luck. Alright. What happened there? I don't want to be back there anytime soon. So, we set up our equipment on the outside of the road. We even found the supposed spot where he crashed. So we set up cameras around that area, some trail cameras along the woods, on any nearby trees, and we started investigating. We investigated for what seemed like hours. I think we started at 6, about after dinner, about 7 o'clock at night, my time, Central Time. I don't know what time it was, it's Maine. I'm not even going to look it up. It's a pain in the arse. So we started searching. Like I said, cameras were up. And, well, around close to midnight, it started getting really cold. Luckily, we had some hand warmers and heavy jackets. Jim went in one direction, and Sarah went in another, and I went straight along the road. Well, as you would, I started seeing things. I thought it was. I started hearing rustling in the forest. I'm like, okay, that's a fox or something, or a wolf, whatever's in this area. I don't know. I didn't do my research on that. I was only to research a ghost. Sarah did most of the research. I did next to nothing besides websites. Jim, well, he asked around as well. But this was just your normal Russell. I mean, I thought it would maybe have been Sarah or Jim. Got Sarah up on the walkie-talkie. Yeah, walkie-talkies work. Not gonna call on the phone. Don't know if they work half the time. I got static. No, then I started hearing a voice, faint voice saying, "Help me." It was really staticky, really rustled, coming through the radio. I'm like, Sarah, is that you? Got a little bit louder, but it wasn't in the walkie-talkie next. It was like it was coming from behind me. I turned around and there's nothing. And I started hearing it again from behind me. And there was nothing there. Then in front of me. All around me. At one point. Just help me, help me, help me, help me. It was nauseating feeling I was getting. I couldn't leave those two out there alone. Even though we did separate, I couldn't just walk off and not let them know where I'm going. So I'll go in the woods and I'll look for Sarah. This faint chill goes straight through me like you know that feeling you get when you know something's watching you. And they're up to no good. Or when someone gives you that cold, dead scare. Or that cold, dead stare. That look like you know you're being watched. You don't know where it's coming from. And I'm not talking about that stare that your mama gives you. I'm talking about someone who's staring you down. I feel something brush across my cheek. I turn around and nothing. This is becoming mentally and physically disabling. I see what I see a figure in the back. I see someone near. See a figure in the woods, and then I see it pass onto the road, and I see it go down the road. I'm thinking this is Sarah, so I go chasing after her. I'm running and I'm running, chasing after her as fast as I can, and I run until I can not breathe because it is so cold. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like every breath it stings. Like if someone would touch you with dry ice, it stung that badly. And then I hear someone behind me. I turn around, and there was this woman standing there in a white wedding dress, pale eyes and longish hair, cold dead skin. I feel her hand brush across my cheek slightly, and it felt like I was about to freeze. I can't explain what happened next. Next thing I know, I woke up in a daze. Sarah and Jim were around me, and they said I'd passed out on the road and I nearly froze to death. I was like, how could that be? I'm wearing 3 or 4 layers of clothing. They said they felt me and I was ice cold. I got up and I got some coffee in me. I said, did we get anything? She said, yeah, we got a few blurry images. Nothing conclusive. Except for on my camera. My hand was a little stingy and I was like, well, at least you got something. She said, yeah, full body apparition of a woman. And you running fast. I said, well, that belongs to the client. And she said, I know. But she archived it anyways. But I don't have the footage. Sarah has the footage. Sarah's been keeping up with some of the footage. And I don't have access to her account. Nor would I want to. She's one mean girl. One mean woman. And when she was younger, she was one mean girl. Well, that's all I'll give you guys. Most of that stuff belongs to our client, and what doesn't belongs to Sarah. Maybe one day I can get access to that, but I doubt it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank you for listening to this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked, a thumb down if you didn't. Next week we'll be concluding Maine, and we'll be moving on to another state. I'm not going to say which state because I randomly picked these. I randomly picked the states. The reason behind that, I like randomly doing it. And the videos are in no particular order, even though I do say and mention places in some of the videos. And this is uncut, as you can see. I just stuttered there, and it doesn't really matter. I don't cut or anything like that. It's no sense in it, in my opinion. If you want a true, tried and true video, you leave everything uncut. I don't get monetized anyways, so it doesn't bother me. Well, you guys have fun out there. Stay warm. And with that said, Good luck, good night, and God bless.